In this episode, we are going to become a mom and dad, and with that, we have 7 pups to take care until summer. I grabbed a few of the names that you guys recommended in the previous video and used them right here. Unfortunately, we only had 1 female and 6 males. There wasn't really much I could do about it, but let's hope that everyone can survive. Compared to other quests, this one is, for me, the hard one, because you have to maintain 7 pups alive while feeding, protecting, and also caring for your territory. Although pretty cute, we have to remember that this pack will need to grow until we hit the summer stage. Now, because we're playing on challenging, a lot of things will happen and not a lot of them will survive. So like everything in the wild, I will let nature do the natural selection. But before that, it was time for us to go out and hunt something for our beautiful family. We were searching for something to hunt until we stumbled across a carcass scent. Because it was inside our territory, me and our wife decided to investigate. Arriving at the scene, we came face to face with a grizzly bear. Now this would be a very tough place because we cannot really kill it, but we have to fight for the food. The plan here was to make the bear back down and leave the food for us. We don't really intend on killing this massive animal because, after all, he would probably kill us with a few attacks. After a few minutes of fighting, the grizzly finally decided to back down. That, of course, letting us at least eat without disturbing, because he was always keeping an eye on us. And the next day I decide to spend some time with the pack. Because as you know, pack affinity is a little bit important if you want to keep your kids under control. But it wouldn't take long until I decide to wander off to hunt. I'll be honest, being a parent is not really my style, but I will do everything in my power to make our pack to survive. And with 7 mouths to feed, we have to constantly be on the lookout for food and also predators.
Another day, another $1.50. It makes me wonder if there's something missing. Daddy said good is dead if I didn't choose my road, but I'm alright. Hey ma, you don't need to worry, I know you want me to hurry up and get my education. I don't need a degree, I can work it. I'm studying the silver bullet. I got a barstool career to fall back on.
Well, I've been learning from a different teacher. A bunch of low-down dive-bar dreamers.
After having our stomachs full, it was time for us to get back to our den, feed our children, and hope to see another day.
Hey ma, you don't need to worry, I know you want me to hurry up and get my education. I don't need a degree, I can work it. I'm studying the silver bullet. I got a barstool career to fall back on, to fall back on. I said, hey, na, 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 hey, na, 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 na. Hey, na, 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 hey, na, 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 na. I said, hey, na, 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 hey, na, 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 na. I said, hey, na, 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 hey, na, 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 na. Oh, oh.
Until now, everything was peaceful and cozy. But from this point forward, things were going to take a very dark turn. As I was getting ready to go back into the hunt, something unexpected happened that would shift the tides of our pack. a grizzly bear, and unfortunately it was going straight to our den. Luckily, I had no concern because I have sent all of our puppies into the den, which was going to take a lot of the weight off. That, of course, was what I thought. Because we got closer to the den, they all started to come out one by one. And although I was trying to make them go back inside, we had no alternative unless to stand our ground and fight. He went straight for one of our sick puppies, making him badly wounded. And although I was trying my very hard to get all of the attention, I made a fatal mistake. If you thought that this was the end, well, you are wrong. Luckily for us, we have a save progress, so we're gonna have to start from there. This goes to show that sometimes playing on the hard difficulty, things won't go as we expect. And trust me when I say this, things are going to get really ugly. While we were outside hunting, our pack affinity dropped, and when that happens, the pups can go outside of the den, roam around, or even get lost. So we had to make it quick and get back to our home. After making time to scare the eagle and a few lost pups along the way, everything was under my control. That is until our 4th day. At the distance, a wolf pack cautiously approaches. I spotted the wolf and went straight into the action. But unfortunately there was nothing that we could do to stop the attack. In rage, I decided to take revenge upon my lost pup. I tried to chase, but this wolf was resilient, fast, and also durable. Unfortunately, there was nothing that we could do. This wolf was stronger, faster, and tougher compared to me. We had no time to weep because still we have 6 pups to take care of, hungry, and one of them sick. We couldn't stop right there and let the whole pack die. And here's where the bad luck started to happen. Our pack affinity dropped, and the pups one by one started to go out of the den, risking yet more casualties. Things were not looking good for the pack. Our den was infested with fleas, 2 of our pups were sick, And to make matters worse, they were also hungry, and we couldn't just leave and hunt because our pack affinity was also low. And with that, I decided to migrate and let nature do its thing. The strong survive and the weak will die. It will be a long journey, but those who manage to survive will become the bloodline and the strongest of the pack. I did my best to go back and forth and carrying the sick puppies, but the truth is that they were actually slowing everyone down. A lot of the times, I was using the voice call to send them to safety, but for some reason, they were not obeying. And because they were still young, a lot of the times we had to stop for them to rest, making them constantly vulnerable. I picked up the scent of strange wolves. In the middle of this migration, we had a lot to lose. So it was time for us to find a spot, lay low, and hopefully let those male wolves pass. Another dead puppy. As time goes on, we were losing puppies left and right. I had two choices: either go to the den and risk of the whole pack starving, or try to hunt something and keep the pack alive, and then go to the den in hopes that everybody survives. The troubles didn't stop there. At nighttime, one of our sick puppies was on the verge of dying. Out of 7 pups, only 4 remained, and because everybody was hungry, I decided it was time for us to go and hunt, even if it cost the lives of the entire pack. If the command to make them go to safety didn't work, well, once we come back, probably all of them will be dead. But it was a risk that I had to take. An opportunity to keep our family alive. 2 mule deers, enough to fill our stomach and enough to feed our puppies. This animal was going to be the holy grail to save our pack. But first, we had to overcome the terrain. This time we have to take it slow and use a little bit of patience and strategy. These chases through rivers and lakes were slowing us down significantly. So it was time for us to try and push them into the forest. Things were not looking great. Our stamina was almost depleted. I was almost over exhausted, but thankfully we had our wife on our side. This was a team effort. Finally, we had something to eat. With this dead body, we were able to fill our stomachs, and hopefully once we get back, fill our puppy's stomach too. We were able to keep moving one more day, but still, we were far away from our future home. Although the sick puppies were all dead, progress was still slow because they needed to rest a lot. This was our standoff. I didn't really want to lose another pup, especially to another Kruger. It was finally over. After too many close calls, the Kruger decided to leave. With that, it was our cue to stop moving as quick as possible because things until now were not going in our favor. So if I want the 4 of them to survive, we need to be quick. And only those who are strong enough will survive. After the attack that cost the life of 2 of our pups, we finally arrived at our destination. Total casualties until now 5, and the only available remaining pups are 2. They are the last bloodline of our family, which I will now protect at all cost, because after all, they shown to be the most lucky and strong of them all. So to celebrate this occasion, it was time for us to hunt and prepare a meal for our 2 little warriors. Things were looking pretty bright. Besides the case that I accidentally jumped into deep water and dropped the food that was supposed to be for our kids, I think that's a lesson learned. We went beaver hunting for the very first time. I never was able to kind of see a beaver in this game or even catch one. They are pretty tanky for what I thought they were going to be, but a very good snack for our kids. This time I made sure not to go into deep water because we don't really want to lose our precious food, but Hopefully you guys enjoyed this second episode of WolfQuest. Thanks to everybody for watching the previous one, which we got 600 likes, which is pretty insane. We were able to make part number 2, but although we had a lot of casualties, I think it was overall fun to watch. So if you guys want part 3 of this sequence, make sure to hit that like, and let's try and hit 600 likes to get part 3 rolling. So the part 3 is up to you. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. Leave a comment for the YouTube algorithm, a like, and if you're not yet subscribed, hit the subscribe button. So get here, take care, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.